Namaste, dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola, good morning, good morning, good morning, and up the Lionesses. We thought it, didn't we? It happened. Well done, the ladies. Fantastic game yesterday. And we're looking forward to the final on Sunday. Absolutely made us all proud, didn't they? Fantastic. I love an underdog. And for some reason, I've always thought that women's football is kind of like, we think, yeah, it's the women's football. But actually, they do a lot better than the men, don't they? And I love that. Fantastic. How are you? I hope you're well. A couple of things today. First of all, A-level results day. Really, really big day for a lot of people across the UK. What I would say, particularly to parents, actually, is that these results don't define your child, especially if the results aren't what you'd hoped for or expected. And I would suggest that whatever they are, you celebrate. Why would you celebrate if they're not as good as you'd hoped, or if in fact they flunked? Well, because all these years of effort, whether or not they've done well, should be put to one side now. There should be an element of, look, you tried really hard. It is what it is. Maybe we do another year in school to get those results up. Maybe we see what's available with the results we've got. But remember, A-level results, no more than having a degree defines you. There are plenty of people out there that have sufficient soft skills, which I think are actually more important than a degree. And they can get a job and get on in life and do very, very well. So now they're not everything. And if you've done very well, congratulations to you. You should be celebrating also. Everybody should be celebrating the A-level results. And particularly now, I know the results have not been great all across the UK. I think the worst since COVID, allegedly. But if you have done well, then all the more power to your elbow. And I hope you get the university choices that you've hoped for. And of course, it's also a life-changing moment for parents, because at this point, parents are thinking, okay, now the child's off to uni. Maybe it's time for us to downsize. Maybe it's time for us to upsize. I remember when our children went to uni, we were like, yeah, we got all this space. And then we moved to a bigger house, strangely. And then we thought, this is weird, too much space. And then the children came back with their plus ones, and all of a sudden it all made sense. So whether you're downsizing, sideways going, or going to something bigger, give us a call if you need some advice so we can chat it through with you. I had an email rather today, about what's happening with property prices. And this is something that's on a lot of people's minds, because they're all over the place, aren't they? You see properties coming on that are significantly higher than you might expect on the one hand, and you see things coming on that are significantly cheaper than you might expect on the other. Why is this? Well, there's a variety of different reasons, but one of the reasons is overvaluation by agents. Why would agents overvalue a property when it's not in their interest? Well, I would suggest to you that it might be in their interest if they're asking for a very long period of contract. Once they've signed you in, they've got their hooks into you. It's very hard for you to then extricate yourself from that contract until the end of it. Therefore, you're stuck with that agent. And if you really want to move, you'll end up reducing the price, although you'll feel misled by the agent and cheated by them. And that's often what we find. Now, in terms of why the prices can be so different, some agents, on the other hand, are actually undervaluing houses to a degree where they know that they're going to get traction over the price, and they're quoting offers over as opposed to a higher figure. And a lot of people say, well, people like to negotiate, don't they? Let's go for a higher price and then come down. Well, that's all very well. But if people aren't coming through your door, if you're not getting the viewings, then it's not helping you, because if people don't view, they can't buy. So there is a valid argument that actually to price at a level where people will be coming through the door is a better strategy than overpricing and waiting. Why? Because nobody wants what nobody wants. And often in this market, if you price too high, not often, always in this market, it's so delicate now. If the price is too high, you will not be getting the viewings, you won't be getting the traction, and buyers see that. Then they see the price gradually trickle down, and then they end up in a position where they're thinking, will it come down again? Shall I wait a little bit longer? And you've shot yourself in the foot. You want to be that sweet spot, that hot property that's just come to market where people think, this is the one I've got to see. I need to get this one. And there's going to be competition for it. Therefore, you'll go over the asking price. And often people do. They'll come along and they'll say, we can see this one's cheap, therefore we're prepared. What do we got to do to get it? Okay, it's on at 450, offers over, we'll go 460, 470, 480 even. We had a strange one just about, about 6 months ago now, where we had a property on the market for 485 on our original recommendation of offers over 450, and we got nothing. Eventually, it came down to 450, offers over 450, and then we got loads of viewings, and we sold it at 480. But at 485, it was getting nothing. It's weird, isn't it? But that's because it's natural, isn't it? We all want a deal. Everybody wants a deal. You want to do the best for your family, and that's right and proper. But put yourself in the shoes of a buyer. Guess what? They want to do the best for their family as well. And in a market where it's perceived that there's no sense of urgency to find a property because property prices are not rising, people will take more time before they make a buying decision. And that's why you've got to put your best foot forward and make sure that you've got the 3 Ps right: price, promotion, and presentation. Price has got to be bang on. It's got to be bang on. And you're just about to see the best window of opportunity for sale, which is the mums market coming up in September. You need to get your strategy right for that. So price is really important. Promotion, you've got to be on Rightmove, you've got to be on Zoopla. And finally, presentation. Everything's got to look right. You've got to have that front door, just so if you're in a house, if you're in a flat, make sure all those books and things that are untidy are tucked away. Perhaps those children's toys are tucked out the way. I know it can be frustrating if you've got young family and people are saying, oh, can we come around this time, that time? What you want to do is speak to your agent, agree a time that's convenient for you and for them, preferably on a weekly basis. So every week, for instance, on a Saturday between 12 and 2, they're your viewing times. So there's a little kind of regimental thing that goes on the house where you say to children, right, okay, now you know what time it is. We're going over the park, and let the agent do their job. And I say let the agent do their job because if you're using a good agent, it's my belief that they'll be accompanying those people and they'll be doing individual viewings, not just to block everybody in, everybody out, but actually giving people time and opportunity and space to go and have a look at your property. But also that the doorbell rings while they're inside so they know there's competition. That's really important too. So get your price right, your promotion right, and your presentation right, the 3 Ps, and you will sell. But it's got to be right, and you need a good agent to help and advise you. More than ever now, people need confidence in what you're selling, and therefore you need an agent that has the confidence, the drive, and the experience of a tougher market to make sure you get the very best possible price, and therefore do the very best by your family in the same way that a buyer wants to do. So that's it for today. Looking forward to Sunday at 11 a.m. with the Lionesses. That's going to be fantastic, isn't it? And remember, if you didn't get the A-level results you want, they don't define you, and you should still be celebrating for all the hard work you've done up until this point. Thanks for watching as always. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Look after yourselves. Celebrate with your families, whatever those A-level results are. We'll be back same time tomorrow with another edition. Till then, look after yourselves. Ciao.